Welcome to tonight's top news stories from around the world. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Let's get started with the headlines making waves right now. President Trump to meet Middle East leaders during May trip. Judge ordered Trump administration to give 21 days notice before deporting Venezuelans. President Donald Trump praises Hexet despite Signal chat controversy. Judge ordered Trump administration to rehire all Voice of America and Radio Free Asia staff. Three federal prosecutors quit over Eric Adams' case without admitting guilt. Governor Hochul approved 3 new solar projects on Earth Day. Tiger King's Joe Exotic said he married fellow inmate George Flores. Child actor Sophie Naiwa died at 24 after struggles with trauma. Meta and TikTok support Indonesia's new rule for child online safety. Terror attack in Kashmir killed at least 20 tourists and injured dozens. Chief Advisor of Bangladesh Professor Muhammad Yunus confirms visit to Vatican for Pope Francis' funeral. And Ancelotti to take charge of Brazil for June World Cup qualifiers, reports say. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. President Donald Trump will visit Saudi Arabia, Qatar and the United Arab Emirates from May 13 to May 16, the White House confirmed. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt announced the trip during a White House briefing, saying the visit will help strengthen U.S. relations with the Middle Eastern countries. Trump's visit will include bilateral meetings and talks with leaders in the region. These nations have recently supported Trump's administration, including helping with ceasefire negotiations in the conflicts in Ukraine and Gaza. This trip will be Trump's second foreign visit since returning to office in January. President announced that he would travel to Italy to attend the funeral of Pope Francis. He is expected to leave Washington on Friday and return the next day. Before leaving, Trump will host Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store at the White House for a working visit. This will be the 13th foreign leader Trump has welcomed since his return. Leavitt said the president is looking forward to all upcoming meetings and hopes to build stronger diplomatic ties with key Middle Eastern allies in May. A federal judge in Colorado ruled that President Donald Trump's administration must give Venezuelan migrants at least 21 days notice before deportation. The order blocked immediate deportations under the 1798 Alien Enemies Act and said migrants must be informed in a language they understand and told about their right to see a lawyer. Judge Charlotte Sweeney made this ruling to keep a temporary block in place on deportations from Colorado. During a hearing on April 21st, she said the 24-hour notice offered by the Trump administration was not enough under a U.S. Supreme Court order from April 7 that said migrants must get a chance to challenge removals. Trump's government had used the law to deport alleged members of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua. Many migrants and their families said they were falsely accused and got no chance to respond. The ACLU asked the court to require a 30-day notice, like the last time the law was used during World War II. The Supreme Court also stopped the removal of Venezuelans held in Texas. Trump said in a social media post, the U.S. cannot hold trials for every migrant. President Donald Trump has stood firmly behind Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth even after reports revealed Hegseth shared sensitive military details in a Signal chat. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said Trump believes Hegseth is doing a tremendous job and bringing major change to the Pentagon. Hegseth received U.S. military plans over a secure line on March 15. Within 10 minutes, he allegedly shared the plans in a private Signal group chat with 13 people, including family. However, the White House stated that nothing shared in the chat was classified. Earlier this week, Hegseth blamed disgruntled leakers for the news. He said the shared information was unclassified and used for informal media planning. Last month, Hegseth was also linked to sharing military strike details about Yemen in another Signal thread that mistakenly included a journalist. Trump on April 21st said Hegseth is doing a great job, and the White House denied rumors of finding a replacement. A U.S. federal judge ordered the Trump administration to rehire all staff and contractors from Voice of America, Radio Free Asia, and the Middle East broadcasting networks. The court also ordered the full return of government funding to the media outlets which had recently been shut down. Judge Royce Lambert of D.C. District Court gave the ruling after VOA journalist Patsy Widakuswara and her colleagues sued Kari Lake, acting CEO of the U.S. Agency for Global Media. The judge said the employees must be allowed to return so they can continue to deliver reliable and accurate news. The judge did not include Radio Free Europe in the order since it filed a separate case. Last month, the Trump administration had placed all full-time VOA staff and contractors on administrative leave. Then in March 2025, President Trump signed an executive order to make large budget cuts at US AGM. Now the court's ruling means those actions must be reversed while the case moves forward. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Three federal prosecutors, Celia Cohen, Andrew Rohrbach, and Derek Wickstrom, resigned after being suspended for not supporting the Trump administration's decision to drop a corruption case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. They said they did nothing wrong and would not admit guilt just to return to their jobs. The case against Adams, which was officially dropped last month by court order, had caused major conflict within the Department of Justice. Adams, once a Democrat, is now running for re-election as an independent and is working with Trump's immigration plans. The resignation of these three lawyers brought the total to at least 10 Justice Department attorneys who have left over the Adams case. Former top prosecutor Daniel Sazone and others had already resigned earlier, calling the decision to dismiss the case politically motivated. In a letter to Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, the lawyers said they would not abandon their principles or falsely admit fault. The Justice Department has not yet commented. More resignations could follow if conditions for returning remain unchanged. To mark Earth Day, Governor Kathy Hochul announced that New York State approved 3 major solar projects. The state's Office of Renewable Energy Siting and Electric Transmission gave final permits for Foothills Solar in Fulton County, Rock District Solar in Schoharie County, and York Run Solar in Chautauqua County. These projects will bring 150 megawatts of clean energy, enough to power about 40,000 homes. They are also expected to create 240 construction jobs, improve local infrastructure, and increase tax revenues for schools and communities. Governor Hochul said these approvals show New York's strong commitment to clean energy and job creation. ORES approved all 3 projects in less than a year, following a clear and public process. Each site will include solar panels, substations, and other equipment connecting to national grid's power lines. Since 2021, New York has approved 28 large solar and wind projects. These efforts support the state's goal of reaching zero emissions by 2050 and ensuring clean energy benefits each disadvantaged communities. Joe Exotic, the Tiger King star, has claimed he got married to a fellow inmate, George Flores, while serving time in prison. He posted on social media a photo of the 2 men in tuxedos, writing, "Meet my husband, George Flores Maldonado." The photo's authenticity has not been confirmed, and the Federal Bureau of Prisons said it cannot comment on individual confinement details. Exotic, whose real name is Joseph Maldonado Passage, is currently serving a 21-year sentence at the Federal Medical Center in Fort Worth, Texas. He was convicted for trying to hire someone to kill rival Carol Baskin and for wildlife violations. He is also receiving treatment for prostate cancer. Exotic revealed his engagement to Flores in October 2024, describing him as a very amazing young man from Mexico. He had said they planned to marry and later seek asylum or move out of the U.S. after their release. In recent months, Exotic has been seeking a pardon from President Donald Trump but expressed frustration after being passed over again. Sophie Naiwide, known for her roles in films like Mammoth and Noah, has died at the age of 24. An obituary published on April 17 confirmed her death but did not share the cause. It said Sophie faced deep personal struggles and tried to cope with trauma by self-medicating, which eventually led to her death. She was remembered as a creative and trusting person who found comfort on movie sets. Her obituary said acting was a safe space for her and she felt joy being around supportive cast and crew. Sophie was born in Burlington, Vermont, and later lived in New York City. She started snowboarding at age 5 and later became passionate about acting. She was also a writer, artist, and traveler who enjoyed learning about new cultures. Family and friends said many tried to help her, but their efforts were not enough. Instead of flowers, donations in Sophie's name may be made to RAIN, a non-profit fighting sexual violence in the U.S. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. Meta and TikTok have promised to support Indonesia's new rule to protect children online. This came after President Prabowo signed a regulation on March 28, 2025 that requires stricter age checks on platforms to stop users under 17 from seeing harmful content. Meta said it will work with the government to create safer online spaces for teens. The company is now expanding its teen accounts feature to Facebook and Messenger. These accounts are private by default and include content filters, message blocking from strangers, and screen break reminders. Meta's Antigone Davis said the company wants one age check system across app stores to help all developers protect young users more easily. TikTok also confirmed it already had teen safety rules in place. Its family pairing tool helps parents control content, screen time, and privacy. TikTok blocks users under 14 and checks behavior to spot false ages. The rule will fully take effect once the ministry issues technical guidelines, expected within 2 years. Meta also urged clearer and fairer policies moving forward. At least 20 tourists were killed and over 30 others were injured in a terror attack in Indian-controlled Kashmir. Suspected militants opened fire on civilians in Pahalgam, a popular tourist area in South Kashmir. Some media reports said the death toll could reach 26, but officials had not confirmed that number. Police sources said multiple gunmen fired at tourists from close range. Many injured victims were in serious condition and were taken to nearby hospitals. Security forces launched a large operation to find the attackers. Pahalgam, known for its natural beauty, had seen an increase in tourist visits in the past year due to reduced militant activity in the region. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi condemned the attack and promised justice. He said those responsible would not be spared and that India's fight against terrorism would grow stronger. The attack came during a personal visit to India by US Vice President J.D. Vance and his family. India's Home Minister Amit Shah said he would travel to Kashmir soon to review security measures and ensure strict action against the attackers. Chief Advisor of Bangladesh Professor Muhammad Yunus is set to attend the funeral of Pope Francis at the Vatican. His press secretary Shafiqul Alam confirmed the news. Pope Francis' funeral will take place on April 26 after 3 days of public viewing at St. Peter's Basilica. Thousands of people are expected to pay their respects to the first Latin American Pope. Professor Yunus sent a message of condolence to Cardinal Pietro Parolin, Secretary of State of the Holy See. He described the Pope as a symbol of peace, unity, and humanity who inspired millions around the world. Yunus said Pope Francis' leadership went beyond religious borders and helped to create hope for a more inclusive and compassionate world. He recalled his meetings with the Pope and their shared work on peace, human dignity, and the environment. He added that the people of Bangladesh, touched by the Pope's 2017 visit, are mourning alongside the global community and remembering his powerful teachings. Let's have a look on today's sports story. Reports from Spain indicate that Carlo Ancelotti might soon become Brazil's head coach for the World Cup qualifiers in June. Real Madrid, where Ancelotti currently manages, is reportedly planning to replace him with Xabi Alonso from Bayer Leverkusen. Ancelotti's future at the Bernabeu is uncertain, with rumors suggesting he could leave even before the end of the season, especially if he fails to secure a win over Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final. Reports also state that Ancelotti will not be in charge for Real Madrid's Club World Cup campaign in the USA, which runs from June to July. If Ancelotti departs soon, he could take charge of Brazil for their crucial World Cup qualifiers against Ecuador on June 6 and Paraguay on June 9. Despite interest from Roma and Milan, Ancelotti appears to have decided to take over the Seleção. Real Madrid has already lined up Xabi Alonso as his successor. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 18,032.37. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 334.75 points or 1.82%. Tokyo stock close price is 34,279.92. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 450.36 points or 1.30%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,291.43. The Shanghai index is increased by 14.70 points or 0.45%. Hong Kong stock close price is 21,395.14. The Hang Seng index is increased by 338.16 points or 1.61%. Bombay stock close price is 79,408.50. The Sensex index is increased by 855.30 points or 1.09%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. President Trump to meet Middle East leaders during May trip. Judge ordered Trump administration to give 21 days notice before deporting Venezuelans. President Donald Trump praises Hexet despite Signal chat controversy. Judge ordered Trump administration to rehire all Voice of America and Radio Free Asia staff. Three federal prosecutors quit over Eric Adams' case without admitting guilt. Governor Hochul approved 3 new solar projects on Earth Day. Tiger King's Joe Exotic said he married fellow inmate George Flores. Child actor Sophie Naiwa died at 24 after struggles with trauma. Meta and TikTok support Indonesia's new rule for child online safety. Terror attack in Kashmir killed at least 20 tourists and injured dozens. Chief Advisor of Bangladesh Professor Muhammad Yunus confirms visit to Vatican for Pope Francis' funeral. And Ancelotti to take charge of Brazil for June World Cup qualifiers, reports say. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jadoo TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.